Butt crack?
Butt crack? Wait, butt crack? Above your butt crack? Like in the middle? Like the sun? In the butt crack.
Hey, welcome to another edition of Kill Tony. I thought that would be very funny to just start my own Kill Tony, because sometimes I find him a little aggressive. And I just like do my own Kill Tony and call it Kill Tony.
Call it Kill Tony, but you're the host.
And like make him sue me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just go through the court stuff and all that.
Well, no, we're comics. You're just gonna be angry about it.
Yeah,
and never follow through.
Nobody's really legitimately gonna
have that ashtray, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. Nobody's gonna really go through the court process as a comic. Just a lot of tweets. A lot of tweets.
I've thought, because I've fucking whatever, a million fucking specials, and I don't own a lot of them. But
Isn't that weird as a comic to not?
Yeah, but you can't copyright comedy. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
You can't. Someone steals your joke, fuck you. And I thought, why don't I just steal my own specials? And well, I said instead of in that one, so it's different. And then just re-record all of my specials and own them. The problem would be trying to remember how all those fucking bits went.
Yeah, after all those years, yeah.
Yeah,
How many specials do you have now? That's crazy.
I don't fucking know. I mean, if you want to include CDs, back when I started doing CDs in 1998, probably like 11 legit ones, and then some bootlegs, and we did one CD that was a special. It was a benefit for a friend of ours' stomach stapling, and but the point is, the ones that I don't own, would it be harder for you to go back? How long have you been doing it?
Like about 12 years now.
Would it be harder for you to go back and memorize an old bit and be able to sell it with confidence, or just write new shit? Because they're both difficult.
It would be a hard task to go back and try to remember, especially like just the way you do. You know, when you're in full rhythm.
Yeah.
And really nailing all those like idiosyncrasies.
And you mean it.
And really sell it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be. It's almost easier to just, like you're saying, write a new hour.
Yeah. So that's why I didn't do that.
Yeah.
And also, the people that own those specials would be really cantankerous and
be a little
not
upset
buy
with
my
you.
next special.
Yeah, there'd be
I would get no money.
You'd be poisoning your own supply a little
exactly.
bit.
Yeah. Don't shit where you eat.
Yeah. I still will, even though like it's funny, people will laugh at sometimes. I'll still sell CDs on the road because people will still buy them. Surprisingly.
We did one. It was just it was a special where things that you cut out of a special where you go
Yeah.
So I took a bunch of like
your
good
deleted
material,
scenes. Yeah.
but it
Bonus
wasn't.
kind of tracks.
It didn't make the final cut. So I did an hour at my own house, that just as an experiment. I forget my point.
Did you sell that?
Oh no,
Yeah.
We thought, let's sell this VHS only, because vinyl's coming back. Let's do this one only VHS, digital or VHS. You can get it on Vimeo or VHS.
Those are the two options.
Yeah, and then but I wanted like an actual VHS, like
the cover and everything.
Yeah, and no, they put it out. It's just a fucking VHS tape and a fucking blank. I'm like, this is not what I
this is
had in
not what I
mind.
meant. I wanted the legit printing, the everything.
Yeah, that's what one of I don't know. I don't want to put all comics in this, but the fucking laziness. Where I just trust management to do this, and then they don't, and you can't yell at them because you had zero. I don't want to deal with it. You deal with it.
I thought you were gonna handle. Okay,
Yeah.
well, I guess this is just what it is now.
It's shit.
How long you been?
Special is good, but
Yeah.
we still have Limited edition, 500 VHS tapes. We probably still have fucking 270.
You never know. They might come back, man. You should bring those back on the road. I'm sure they're
Well, no, if it was a cool
I
packaging.
know. Well, maybe make some new
it's
packaging.
too late. It's the goof is over.
I'm always ready to revive a good goof. I always say that the goof has not died yet until you've really squandered it.
You were fantastic. You gave me some kind of motivation because I was at that outdoor venue, the tent, and I'm like, this is horrible. But it was mostly because I was towards the back and people just kept talking to me and asking for pictures. And like, if this was in a closed room, you wouldn't be talking like this. I'm trying to listen.
Yeah.
And then, you fucking owned that. I was going to say room, but...
Yeah, that outdoor tent, it was...
that recess field.
I decided to go just wireless out in the crowd and just be like, you guys are at a show now. Also, kind of like to get them honed in on like... Because people, like you say, in the back, when it's that concert vibe, they think they can talk and stuff. Is like, well, that still travels towards the comedians on stage. So I went out there at the top and messed around and then slowly brought it back and then... Yeah.
I did Kill Tony last night, and there's the warehouse venue of here at the Secret Group. The warehouse venue has almost as big of a green room right beside you as an audience. And at some point, you could hear the cacophony of comics chatting
in that green room
to the right as the audience, because Kill Tony is not stand-up. It's like there's quiet spots where you're asking questions and things.
Interview, all
and
that
then
stuff.
And you just hear every comic fucking has no interest in the show. I think I'm one of the few comics that's actually wants to hear what's going on.
Sure.
Like, I don't necessarily want to watch stand-up comedy, but if it's a show I'm about to do, I want to hear all the comics before me. So if they step on my dick, I can, respond. I know how to segue. I'm not like going up, oh, someone already did this premise.
Oh, the worst is like when, if you do crowd work, I do a lot of riffing and crowd work, and sometimes I'll go on super late at the store in the original room. And I'll go to talk to a guy, and I sometimes have to preface, like, I literally will say sometimes, like, have you been talked to this show? Because by the time I get on sometimes, it's leftovers. You know what I mean?
And the OR, there's maybe 15 comedians that have been on before you, and you're not going to watch them all to figure out a callback.
Yeah. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll talk to a couple comics before me, and I'm like, did you say anything to a certain audience member? And then I'll call it back from earlier in the show.
What I do is never do showcase shows. I only do my own shows. I love Junior's, my opener, Junior Stopka, because he's got an act.
Yeah.
It makes me laugh every time, but he doesn't stray from his act.
So you know exactly as a headliner what you're walking into.
Yeah, he doesn't fucking play with the crowd. He does his thing. The only time if there's a heckler and I hear something that's out of the ordinary, I rush out and don't fuck with my opening act, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Anyway, we played Albany once. I think it was Valentine's was the club.
Uh-huh.
And it was this shitty... We were supposed to do 5 minutes, and I'm just going to start rambling. I know that. So let's go with what you were going to talk to me about.
Dude, I'm just happy to have you here, bro. So I'm just... This is good to see you. I don't get to see you very often.
Do you want me to go try to find a better comic to sit in? When I was down there getting a drink, Christine came through, always nervous and sweating. She runs the festival.
Yeah.
And she goes, hey, do you want to do another show at the tent? And I went... I have a podcast to do. And no, anyway.
Right. Well, thanks for choosing the pod.
Thanks for giving me an out.
Now, how long have you had the penis on the
the
head?
Penis on the face.
I just have to address it for the people who have no idea what's
yesterday,
going on. Or is that a birthmark?
Yesterday there was a face painting booth, and I woke up and I saw how bloated I was from Thursday night, long night of drinking, and the fucking puffy eyes that cut me, Mick. It's like rocky eyes. And I go, I'm going to the face painting booth immediately. So if I get Alice Cooper eyes, it's going to hide my bloat. Like the ladies, they could just put on makeup and shit. I could put on face painting. So I did that yesterday. I was going to keep it for the whole weekend, my like kind of Alice Cooper eyes. And then I woke up. I knew it would decay, but it decayed to a place where it wasn't funny. It was just distracting.
It just looks sad.
So I wiped it off, and I went immediately to the face painting booth. And I go, I'll get a... Can you do a dick and balls on my head like if I passed out first at a fraternity party that they would do in Sharpie, but could you do it with like color and flavor? And she goes, oh yeah, I'll flour it up. And I go, yeah. So now bingo, we're going right. Our next reason for not playing the tent is to go, bingo's going to get a sideways vagina around her mouth.
What?
You know,
I
it's
can't
like
wait
matching.
to see that. That's gonna
I get
be
a dick on my head. You get a cunt on your mouth.
You need to do. You need to lean into it. You need to take photos and everything. That'll be beautiful. They need to know. That's your. See, that's what I like about you. That you guys don't match clothing. You match face tattoos that are crazy looking.
Oh, we will match. We will match outfits, but not here. Again, I pissed on Ari Shafir at that whatever the podcast festival was in Phoenix, and I go, Ari's gonna be here and he's gonna piss on me, so I'm just wearing shitty throwaway suits that I'm gonna leave in the room because I don't want to get pissed on. So she's just dressed comfortable, but yeah, on the flight home we'll be in matching fucking vintage gear,
Just velour suits, just track suits on the way home.
polyester.
Polyester.
70s.
How long you been rocking blazers?
I think like 10 years now.
10 years. When
Yeah.
How
How long have I been rocking blazers?
Oh, shit. When I met you, which was when I was 22,
Okay.
wearing the coat and jeans and white t-shirt.
So 22 when you met him, coat, jeans, and white T-shirt.
I did baseball jerseys for a while, and then I was for a long time I was just the overcoat school shooter kid. Like,
I did not fall in love with you until.
all right, you're not on the mic. Remember? Anyway,
she said for you guys out there, she said she didn't fall in love with Doug until he started rocking the blazer. she has a thing for blazer comics, bro.
no, she's actually wrong. I was wearing the Libertarian jersey on No Refunds in 2007. So, yeah, she's wrong all the time. She's touched. Yeah,
She has a touch of the tizzy.
she's just got out of her. She gets frequent flyer miles at mental institutions. She just got released from one again. She goes into fucking mental institutions like a hardcore criminal.
She looks like
goes like, yeah, I gotta do another stint in the fucking clink. I'll be fine. I'll do 7-8 days.
She looks like a perfectly put together person right now.
Yeah. I know. That's what she's really good at, mental illness, the same way I'm really good at alcoholism. And when I see a stumbling, stupid, fucking drunk heckler, I have no patience for you. I did fucking 11 a.m. till 4 a.m. shit-faced last night, and I still remember my final conversation with Christine when I canceled the 2 o'clock show, and she goes, well, Bobby Kelly canceled that too. I go, fuck, I'll be there. And then till 4 a.m. smoking cigars and cigarettes in my shower at the Hilton with Paul Verzi. I'm like, fuck, don't go outside. Let's just get in the shower by the vent.
So you could say you're having a good festival.
The point is, I hate people that suck at their own drugs, and her drug is mental illness. So when she goes into a mental institution, switching up her meds, she just takes it like a fucking seasoned veteran prisoner that, yeah, it's going to suck. They're going to treat me like shit, but it's more dangerous for me to switch meds at this point and be alone. I'll go to the mental institution. See you in a week to 10 days.
Dude, well, I know you've got a lot of, other shows and stuff.
Yeah, we have a show where we're about to go get a vagina painted sideways around her mouth.
I mean, the booking for that show, how do you get on that? Who books that?
We sold the fuck out of face painting yesterday because when I woke up and I go, there's going to be face painting, I can cover up this tragic head. I kept asking everyone on the staff. The staff here has been fucking incredible.
They're
And they're
amazing.
volunteers. They're going out of their way, over the top. A guy walked me. I go, hey, where can I buy cigarettes? He goes, I'll walk you. And he walked me several blocks away on his earpiece. Okay, Mr. Stanhope's
Walking
getting
Stanhope, walking
cigarettes.
Stanhope.
Yep, he's got his cigarettes. Okay.
Okay. I just put one in his mouth. Okay,
Yeah,
I just
lit
lit
it.
it. Okay, great. All right, he's taking a poop right now. I'm wiping him. right now. Okay, perfect.
So I don't know where I was going.
Oh no, yeah, we're just having a good fest.
Yeah, it's
What's your next stop? Where are you headed to next after the face paint and all that stuff?
after I have a 10 p.m. hopefully in the box. That's the only room I feel comfortable in.
I just did that earlier today. That's fun.
Yeah, I did that Thursday, and then tomorrow there's a 9 p.m. I've tried to not do anything drastic, but I haven't heard. Have you heard any stories from
Yeah.
SKANKFEST? Because when I did the first one, I only did one night. I did a podcast in 2016, and I had to get the fuck out because I had to do Stern in the morning, so I couldn't enjoy anything. But since then, there's crazy stories, and someone stapled his fucking balls to another guy's cheek or whatever. That didn't happen. But
the Naked Roast is tonight, and that's gonna get pretty crazy.
oh shit, where's that?
I think that's downstairs.
When is that? Fuck.
I think that's at like 9 or something tonight. Yeah, that's gonna be a wild show.
No, who's on? All right, we'll talk after.
Yeah.
It's just-
Yeah.
I do that a lot when I start doing crowd rap and I just start talking to someone like
Right.
it's a podcast, and I'm like, oh, this is a live show. We'll talk afterwards.
Yeah, we'll cover that.
I forget my environment.
It's all good, man.
All right,
All right. Well, we did the thing. Thanks so much for coming on, brother.
who do you have next?
I'm done as far as here today, and then I got a couple shows tomorrow, and then we're closing out some of the shows at the fest at the Jam and the Tent tomorrow, so that'll be fun. And then back on the road on the weekends and stuff like that.
You know, American Spirit cigarettes, and the only regret I have in my life is starting smoking. But there's a measure of time. I started smoking on this podcast. You said like 5 minutes or so. An American Spirit lasts about 7-8 minutes. And I'm going to use that as a measure of time. Yeah, I'll do your podcast for one American
For one
Spirit.
One American Spirit.
And then get to
And
the
then-
next guy
then I
because
gotta
he's
go.
more interesting.
Exactly.
Did you get Eddie Pepitone or
I
Gilbert
did.
Gottfried?
I got Eddie, and I mean, dude, amazing.
He's the best.
He's so fun.
I've-
Dude, you know what I enjoyed yesterday was watching you watch Eddie on stage.
I was fucking dying. I think, like I always say, Attell is the best of our generation, and Eddie Pepitone is like past our generation, but a new generation. Because
He's one of
he
my favorite
peaked
people
late.
to watch in the OR. He is so funny, man.
fucking incredible. And I've been a fan, and when his documentary came out, but to see him fucking live, I was, yeah.
He got a standing O
I
at the
know.
end of his set. It was
I
insane.
know I had to go up before
And
him,
you-
and I go. I'm making this quick because I'm only here for Eddie Pepitone too.
Has that ever happened where you have been painted while you're doing a set on stage?
That was very, very
that was
awkward.
bizarre.
I know. The whole thing was bizarre, and I'd been fucking drinking since 11 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, that you get to a point in drinking where you start feeling like you're tripping.
Yeah.
Like, and then that's when I was watching you, thinking you were the painter, face backwards, talking into the mic, and then I realized, no, he's in the crowd, and that guy is, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm new to SKANKFEST. There's always some fucking weird shit, so I didn't know.
Stanhope heard his name in the middle of the crowd, basically. I was in the middle of the crowd with a wireless mic, but the only person that was on stage at the time was somebody painting him, and it was just this whole thing where he thought he
But
was...
then-
Yeah.
He goes up. Watkins, once I realized he's in the crowd, he goes up, and he didn't realize there was someone painting on stage.
I had no idea.
And so I'm getting to where I would go on stage in the side area, and then he's like, what, are you painting up here? Why am I watching you paint and asking you if you're painting up here? But the thing is, what do you... And I'm already going towards getting on stage, and I hear him say, Doug Stanhope, and I run like he's introducing me.
Yeah.
No, he's asked the guy what he's painting, and the guy said Doug Stanhope.
Doug Stanhope?
So the guy is
Take it
on
out.
stage live painting me, and then I have to go up, already fucked out of my tit, and then do a set where I just wanted to see Eddie Pepitone close this out and do a set while this guy's fucking painting Eddie Pepitone. And I tried to talk him into, hey, it's not that hard. Start painting me into Eddie Pepitone, because we're only like 3
Yeah,
cheesesteaks
exactly.
and a 6-pack of beer different.
Dude,
Anyway,
thanks for being here, brother.
Fucking love you,
seeing
Jeremiah
man. Love you,
Watkins.
brother. Doug Stanhope, ladies and gentlemen.
who's next?
You must stay 6 feet. It is very important. We just got results from the CDC, and from
We
what
have
we've
tested
heard,
positive again.
we just tested positive. We don't know how this keeps happening. What is going on out here?
Oh, my God. That's Karen Margolis.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's what's fun about.
And Alexis.
Oh yeah. It's a party out here. That's what's fun about a festival. It's comedians just walking around everywhere.
Yes, it is.
It is.
Comedians, Jeremiah, they are walking. Hey!
Excuse me. We're trying to do a podcast over here.
I'll tell you, Bob, Jeremiah,
Yeah, Eddie.
these goddamn motor vehicles, ever since they were introduced into our culture, there's a rudeness to them.
Don't get me started on the emissions alone.
The Emissions Alone, which is a great documentary about the Emission family and their loneliness.
Now, if you type that in on Netflix, make sure you don't type in Nocturnal Emissions Alone. That is a completely separate documentary.
God damn it, you're right. Hey, everybody, I'll take this opportunity to say Fanta. It's more than a soda, it's death.
Yes, fizzles in the back of your throat reminds you of a Tuesday with your uncle in an afternoon.
That's right, it does. Okay, it is good to be here, though, at the festival, and, I always let my hair down.
Absolutely. The hairnets are flowing here, and the veins are popping, and things are going crazy. A lot of roid rage here. Hemorrhoids.
It sounds like you are describing arterial sclerosis, which is one of the biggest killers at a comedy festival. So many of the comics are suffering from arterial sclerosis.
It's a quite sad sight here at this festival. Really, it's one of those things that the only cure for it seems to be comics looking for mushrooms or DMT.
You nailed it on the head again, my friend.
Yeah, Eddie, it's great to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
We've been doing these Zoom meetings for so long. It's great to see you in person.
Yes, I've actually gotten to like Zoom, Jeremiah. I wish all my shows were on Zoom. I have now just a Zoom relationship with my wife, where we will just talk to each other on Zoom. She's
nice.
up in the bedroom. I'm down in my den. We call it a den, not a man cave. We're old school.
You're old school. The women aren't allowed in the den, but
No.
it's called a lion's den for a reason, not a lioness's den.
That's right. And there are tasers in that den for reasons, my
If
friend.
there's not a sandwich on the side cart of my table by 9 p.m. every night, then my wife gets tased by me.
Get ready for a little electricity, baby, if you didn't have time to get sun-dried tomatoes.
That's the only connection she's felt between us in years is the shock of electricity of the taser of when I get her in the neck when those sun-dried tomatoes aren't ready to go.
That's right. And we just communicate on Zoom now. We talk each other into orgasm for sex. We talk
Right.
each other into
But
orgasm.
it's odd when sometimes the connection is not quite stable and we're trying to get the O-face going and it's trying to make it happen.
Let me tell you, Jeremiah, buffering is one of the biggest impediments to coming like a racehorse.
Oh, and
Buffering.
boy, do we come like racehorses.
Oh, my God. Can you say Seattle Slew?
Seattle Slew.
There you
I
go.
can.
Just checking.
Okay.
Just checking.
I just went to the Keenway race Speedway track in Kentucky. And can I tell you, a lot of people were focusing on the horse racing. I was focusing on the emissions from the horses.
And right you were to do that, Jeremiah. Most people watch the grace of the animal as they bound like glorious beasts. But if you are in a... What the
hell is going on?
That is the same music I heard at the mental institution that I was kept in for many years by the ocean, and we had great catered food.
Oh, I heard the happy birthday song every day in my head for about 3 years when I was in that straitjacket.
Is this a fucking ice cream truck?
It's an ice cream truck. Do you want to go get ice cream later?
If I weren't vegan, I would love to.
What if they have vegan options, Eddie?
If they have vegan options, count me in.
Have you ever milked a vegan cow?
I have milked a vegan cow, and it's still inhumane.
But even if you caress it just a little bit and...
Well, I didn't want to get into that. I'm having several relationships with cows.
Here's the thing. Do you have any Zoom relationships with cows right now?
You bet I do.
Zoom.
Ooh. And I say, Bessie. I have to get the cow's attention.
Of course.
Bessie. Bessie. You're muted.
Put your hoof on the laptop and unmute yourself, Bessie. Well, Eddie, I know that you've got a busy schedule today.
I wish I had more time.
That's all right. Thank you so much for stopping by, and we'll check in later at the festival.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Oh, yeah. Kurt Metzger, how the heck are you, buddy?
Pretty fucking stoned at SKANKFEST,
Oh, yeah.
Jeremiah.
Well, it was, I asked you to do the pod, and you said, can I smoke a joint first? And I said, of course.
I could have done it here.
Yeah, you could have done it outside.
I'm sorry I delayed you.
No, we got Eddie, so it's all good. How you been, man?
I'm all right. I hurt my back a while back.
What'd you do?
I don't even know. I was old, and I...
Oh, just one of those, like, random, like, movements?
Yeah,
that
it's
you,
not
like...
because I'm one of those back guys now that talks about his back. I'm getting to the age where I'm being one of those back guys.
That's what you go on podcast to plug. Is like, yeah, I got some back
I'm
issues.
plugging my back pain.
If you know any doctors or anything, I don't need to plug anything else. I just
I
need
don't
a
want
good
treatment.
doctor.
I'd like to just talk about it a lot.
Yeah, that's how I live my life now.
Like, have you ever tried to give Advil to a girl who has a headache? Like, I don't want to take anything.
Oh yeah.
I just want to tell you about my headache a lot.
Right. You're right. But I have the thing to fix it though.
No, I don't need it to be fixed.
I'd rather talk about it
Yes.
than fix it. Just to let you know.
Yeah.
Dude, I love the sketches that you and Kyle Dunnigan put
Yeah,
together,
I
man.
want you to do them, dude.
I would be thrilled to do any of them.
I would like if you did.
Yeah.
I'm out here looking for young talent.
That's really why you came up to Houston?
I came
looking
out to
for
Houston
prospects.
For one reason, to
Uh-huh.
talk to a guy named Jeremiah that I heard about on the street.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
And now I see the rumors are true.
Whoa, what are the rumors?
Check out this kid, Jeremiah.
Cool.
Was that not clear? Was it not clear with the mission?
Was it not the guy that's like,
Oh.
but what did you think though? The guy that doesn't pick up on it after all that. I'm here for one reason.
I would like to cast you in something.
But what exactly do you mean by that?
Yeah, I don't have any. I'm not here to recruit. Listen, I lied. I just wanted to be on your podcast.
Yeah,
and
dude.
I made up a sketch show.
Okay, well, I mean, you're
Have
here
you been
now.
here since Thursday?
I got here on Friday.
Oh.
Done a couple shows.
How did they go?
They were fun, man. I actually did that outside tent show, and it was a blast.
Yeah, I had a good time.
I
with that.
think that's the best stage actually here at the festival.
It might be.
It might be.
Yeah, because it's the least COVID.
It feels the safest for sure.
It's the densely packed crowds feel like gain of function research happening in real time. That's what it feels like. It's very sweaty. It's a big bowl of bat soup most of the shows.
There's some big dudes here. There's some sweat going on for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've enjoyed seeing you way more at the Comedy Store, just being able to riff with you in the back before. Sometimes we bring each other up, like in the OR.
It's such a good time, and yet I never seem to bring any of that magic to the stage. We leave it right there in the personal conversation because it's like integrity, I guess.
Isn't that the worst? Like when like your riffs in the hall are better than like the set that we end up
Yeah.
doing. It's just like it's so frustrating. You're like, I was in such a group. It's kind of like that thing where if you have to audition for anything,
Yeah.
you're cracking up the room outside and then you go in like to the actual
It's how I
casting people.
compensate for not getting it.
Right. You're like, dude,
I killed
crushed.
in the room of guys that got the job.
Yeah, exactly. They think the guy who booked it thinks I'm super funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like high fiving a guy who fucked the girl you like.
Dude,
That's what I'm doing in there.
You're killing it, man, dude. Just so
No,
proud.
I was out here listening.
No, I
They
was
were
out
into
here,
it.
dude. Like you really gave it to her, and like, like I'm thrilled for you, man.
Dude,
Like I'm living vicariously through you right
you
now.
know that dude? He's awesome. As he walks away.
Literally throws like Kleenex in the trash as he walks by you. Dude, that guy's my hero.
He's pure honest.
Isn't he having sex with the girl that you're in love with? Yeah, but like at least somebody's doing it that I like, you know?
I mean, yeah, you like to see it work out for one of the good ones, you know?
Right.
Like,
That's why I think people get upset about some of those celebrity relationships when it's a person that's having sex with the other person that they're not a fan of. They're like, no, why is that guy gonna do that thing?
yeah, well, I know how they feel as someone who has a problem with parasocial relationships. I believe their lives are my life because they reflect me.
There you go.
Obviously, I'm invested in their dating lives.
Of course.
I like did you see randomly, I don't know whose YouTube it is. It's like a young guy. I'm going to say millennial, but maybe younger.
Okay.
Yeah, a gay guy talking about who's Kick-Ass in the movie Kick-Ass, that guy?
Oh, that guy. Okay, yeah. I know
He's
you're
got
talking
like an
about.
older wife that when he was 18 he proposed to or something, and she's like 40 or 50. She looks like she's some director.
Okay.
So there's all these rumors that it was an inappropriate because the power dynamics. So this is like a young gay guy talking about this. Like,
Right.
well, it's concerning. Do you know how fucking sad that is? Like, wait, so he's 18 and he was like, I want to bang this old broad?
Yeah.
Like, yes, but she's a director and he's just a kick-ass. Can you imagine that would be the day you would see that?
That
You would
kid-
have to.
That kid won the lottery. He's dating an older woman who's a director.
I mean, what the but what's about is this guy probably has a fucking crush on him. And so, you know.
Yeah, that's why he's
and
like
that's
kind
why
of
they
like
decide
gaslighting
if
that
they
whole
like,
situation.
Yeah, it's not just girls that are mad.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of dudes that are like, I get to.
I'd also like to, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I've been through as a teen idol, and I bring
Well,
that.
yeah. Well, you were a celebrity. You toured the country with a boy band for years. People don't know this about Kurt Metzger.
And, you know, we fought hard, but the court ruled in their favor. I can't do that.
What was one of your hit songs? It kind of escapes me at the moment that you went on tour with, and I mean it was in People magazine. I can't believe like I'm slipping on the name right now, but one of
The
your
name
hit
of the
songs-
band?
One of your hit songs.
Oh, Girl, My Finger Still Smells Like You was one of the bigger ones.
That was one of the big ones that I had stuck in my head for years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really solid. Do you
Yeah.
remember how it goes? Like, girl,
My finger still smells like you, girl. It smells like you being so real. Wait, how's the rest of it go?
It's like,
I,
oh, girl,
and there's two in your butt. Girl. My finger still smells like you, girl. I want to take you around the world.
On my aeroplane, girl.
Yeah, you know it.
Yeah. You're making my mind put in whirls.
It's a good song.
It's a really good one.
It's a good song. I don't like to talk about it, but
Yeah.
it's a banger. I'll
It's a
put
banger.
it that way.
A finger banger.
My finger still smells like you.
Yeah, my finger still smells like you. Well, Kurt, dude, it's been nice catching up with you, bro.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by and podding up a little bit at the fest.
Thank you, and I wish I could say the same.
Ooh, here with one of my best pally wallies, Josh Potter.
Hey!
Hey, wake
we're doing
up.
like a Jay Larson and Ryan Sickler thing.
Oh, yeah, variation. Hey,
Yeah, we don't even sync up at all.
No, it's never in sync. It's never in sync. Yeah, it just is like, oh, I don't like this as much. They're not
better
like,
at it.
Yeah, they're not like in unison at all. This is kind of weird.
It's really off-putting, actually.
Yeah, every episode it makes me want to listen to them less. Like I don't know why I'm still here after that. Yeah. After everything we're doing.
Were you at the emo night last night?
No, I was actually bummed that I missed that because
Yeah,
I
you
really
should
like
be.
emo music.
Yeah.
Was it freaking dope?
It was the best.
I mean,
I cried. I mean, I heard the song that I got my first car, my first kiss. You know, I heard
What's
all.
the worst thing I could say? If that wasn't in the mix, I'm
It
gonna
was?
be pissed.
No,
Was
it
it?
was, yeah.
Yes.
All of them, dude.
All the hits, dude.
Oh my God, everything. Taking Back Sunday.
So good. Was there any AFI that played?
AFI Miss Murder. It was not the one I would have chosen.
Oh, they've got a lot better stuff than Miss
I
Murder.
would have gone off
Miss
something
Murder was
Sing a Sorrow or whatever. I would have gone off the debut album, you know, Girls Not Grey or something like
Yeah.
that. But they did do Miss Murder. It was a nice nod to one of my favorite bands, AFI. They did not do Evanescence like we did.
Well, that's a shame.
Yeah.
'Cause,
They
I
didn't do
mean-
any female artists. I thought that was problematic. No, I'm just kidding.
You know, there wasn't enough female emo energy at the show last night.
Can it kill you to throw in Paramore?
I mean,
on
come
there?
on. And she's
Misery
still
Business?
she's still fairly relevant too.
Is she? Is she doing stuff?
She's doing some stuff. She's
I don't know.
yeah.
I haven't followed modern music.
That's like
I
That's
got
like a-
stuck between 2004 and 2007.
that's like a college class. Like, do you take modern music?
yeah.
I love
Is
modern
this
music.
Doja Cat?
Yeah, I would like to hear the
Is
poems
this-
of Kendrick Lamar.
Are these the Doja Cats?
the Doja Cats, the plural, like making a 50s band? Have you had the Doja Cats?
That was the
That really
funniest thing
is.
I've ever seen. Like at one point, it was like one of those things, you know, you can reference things in comedy that like changed you as a person that was a fan
Yeah.
of it. And that Sum 41 video with Will Sasso.
It's so good.
He's so
The
fucking
songs-
funny. Yeah. He's
Dude.
like, the Beatles, the Blink-182s.
Yeah.
That shit makes me laugh every fucking time.
Dude, he is
I haven't
such-
gotten a chance to meet him, but he's so funny.
I want to. I literally, out of all the comics who people suggest for
Oh my
Jeremiah
God, he'd be
Wonders,
great on that podcast.
he's gotten tagged so many times to be like, dude, you got to try to get him on. I'm like, I know, but
Dude,
like,
he's
I just haven't met him.
Everything he's on, he's fucking amazing.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
He
For
did
sure.
Stone Cold on Rowdy Piper's podcast, and that's what made Stone Cold like fire Rowdy Piper from Podcast One, like right before he died, because Rowdy Piper had Will Sasso doing Stone Cold. He did it so good that everyone thought it was real.
Oh, wow.
But he was saying wild shit. It was so funny, dude. And everyone knew it was like, and then you found out it was Will Sasso. You're like, that's fucking wild.
Did you see Will Sasso's Hulk Hogan when he's all spray tanned up in the ring?
Yeah, of course.
It's so good.
He's amazing, dude. He should come to SKANKFest.
I mean, I'd love to meet that guy.
There's certain guys like that I'm just like, that guy had a big part of my childhood, you know?
Oh, well, dude, that Mad TV era of stuff was just so funny. One of my favorite sketches of all time is him as Kenny Rogers doing the
chicken.
Jackass.
Yeah, of course. The Kenny Rogers Jackass.
Dude, it's so good. I'm Kenny Rogers, and this is Jackass. It's just
Yeah,
it's
because
so
he was
good.
like a fucking great physical guy, too.
Man,
He's hilarious. We're really blowing Will Sasso, but I love the guy.
I know,
Yeah.
we're blowing him up. We usually don't do this with other comics on podcasts.
I'm just like sucking his cock over
But
here.
I mean, doesn't
I
it
will,
taste
though, Will
good?
Sasso, yeah.
And right back to you. But yeah, anytime I hear Evanescence now, your face infiltrates my memory, and it's
so
a beautiful
wild.
moment.
It's funny because I get so uncomfortable singing on your podcast, but like when I'm fucked up, like this weekend, I was with Sarah Weincheck. We were talking about the concert last night or something, and then we were talking about tonight they're gonna have an 80s night.
Yeah.
And so I was
That'll be
singing
fun.
some songs I hope are on that, and she was like, "Do you sing?" And I'm like, "No." I got all like
You get all
shy.
bashful.
Yeah, like
all of a sudden you put the
no.
wig back on from your episode.
Yeah. I do like karaoke though. That's why, but I have to have a few of those.
Well, there's a few little.
Then it loosens the goose.
You lift it up. It's just bottles of milk.
Yeah, a few of these
You know, a couple of these.
Metamucils.
Just Mucinex, just like getting high off of that before you go on stage. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm glad. One of my favorite things about being on the road is when I get to connect up with friends in other cities because
Never
it's-
happens to me. This is like that's why I'm having so much fun. I
It's
literally
like
came
a-
here to do that. I'm not even performing.
It's just a different. Wait, do you want to do a show later tonight?
I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I gotta connect. If
I don't
you,
know.
if
I mean,
you-
let's see how. Fuck. I literally quarantine made me so lonely.
It'd be like a 9 o'clock show.
Okay. I mean, let's see. Yeah, maybe.
Was it?
9 o'clock. I mean, quarantine made me so lonely that even though I wasn't booked on this, I'm like, I have to go hang out with everybody.
Yeah.
I'll see it on Instagram. I'll be so sad that I sat at home. I didn't have any gigs this weekend, so why not? And I just flew here. to hang out, and thank you to Lewis for giving me a pass and everything so I could hang out with everybody.
Of course, dude, everybody loves you here. I'm surprised that you weren't like just on the festival.
I mean, it was booked a long time ago, and I don't know that I wasn't even headlining yet when I think it was originally booked.
This was from like a year or so ago.
Right. It was like 2018.
Like
right?
people were like, "Is Scissor Bros going to be there?" I'm like, "It didn't exist when
Right.
this was."
I
even
don't think
being booked.
I was still like middling, and like I was in that weird area in 2018. Where I was on the road with Tom. I wasn't headlining my own shit yet at all. I was just doing other people's shows.
That's what's been cool. I've been, just as we've known each other, just to see that like progression and stuff like that is like you're headlining everywhere, and then you're doing more stuff with like Annie Letterman on the road and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's honestly
that's fun.
I love Annie so much for bringing me because she just wants someone to hang out with, and I need that like post quarantine to get in front of other people's audiences.
Yeah,
that aren't because like if I'm just coming out headlining, it's like sucking my own dick all day. You know what I mean? Like it's too easy to do your own shows in front of people who are there to pay to come see you.
Yeah,
so it wasn't making me feel sharp, and now it's just more reps, and I can get out there and I can get in front of Annie's crowds, and sharpen my shit a little better.
Yeah,
and she's been so cool to like let me do that, and she pays me nicely to do that. Like she's not like jobbing me. I mean, like it makes it worth it in so many ways, and so I'm so thankful for her. I'm so sad she couldn't make it to the festival this weekend.
Oh yeah, that's right. I saw her name on like the lineups, but I was wondering where she was at. Oh.
I don't know if I'll tell you off air.
Yeah, all good.
Yeah.
Well, cool, dude. I'm just grabbing little snippets with
sure.
buddies and stuff. But
thanks for having me.
Thanks for stopping
It's a smart
by,
idea.
dude.
Yeah, for sure.
It's kind of fun, just a little catch up.
Hell yeah, dude.
And I'll have you back on properly.
Yeah, and you're gonna come on
Jeremiah
mine
Wonders.
too.
Yeah, it'll be great.
So yeah, we're gonna what you gotta text me the date we wrote down Thursday next week.
Yeah,
it was the date. Yes, okay, good. Because my producer, I sent it to her.
Awesome.
I love you.
We love you, Kevin Ryan from the Are You Garbage podcast, live in the flesh. We're here doing it.
Happy to be here, baby.
SKANKFEST, baby.
This is wild.
This whole weekend has been insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I did your guys' podcast a while ago, and
via Zoom.
Via Zoom. I'm very excited to do it in person
Tomorrow. It's happening.
Because since the first time we've just become friends since the first time.
We didn't really know each other the first time you did it.
We're more strangers.
Yes.
Yeah, Foley literally he had hosted a show that I did at New York Comedy Club, and that was the only time we
any interaction.
Yeah. So I'm really stoked to do your podcast.
I didn't want
tomorrow.
you at first, to be honest with you. He had to really sell me on you, but I was like,
Really?
all right, I guess he could do it.
I want to hear about
No,
this.
I'm kidding.
You're like, I can't stand this guy.
I never liked him.
Listen,
you know.
I don't get it. I don't get why it's working.
It's very
I
LA.
I don't understand
It's not
it.
my cup of tea.
He's very physical for
Is
no
there any
reason.
jokes? What's
Yeah,
happening?
dude, it's all facial expressions and no punchlines.
No, but it is weird. And, comedy and podcasting has created that, especially via Zoom. Like, we became friends.
It's weird.
Before we ever really met each other.
It's bizarre.
And then, like, we would do, like, all the you would tag Are You Garbage and stuff.
Well, because
Because you're a maniac, we've come to find out.
Yes.
Your diet is... it's like, it's like of legendary dirtbag status.
It's pretty bad. Yeah, I constantly tag them on social media. And
it'll be like $7,000 that you spent in a 7-Eleven, and you'll be like, "Is this garbage?"
And you're like,
"I'm like, you have a chili cheese machine in your hotel room. Yes, it's garbage."
You might want to consider that garbage, Jeremiah.
Yeah, you're like, "What do you think about this?"
What do you think about this?
And I just go, I every time I just go, lock them up. I'm like, I'm like,
literally
stop tagging me.
at this point, Kevin's like, dude, just stop. We know you're garbage. Like we get it. There's like if there's a tier system of garbage, you would be like the dump site.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's the bottom of the pile.
Exactly. Yeah, dude. It's so fun. I was telling Josh, you can come on.
Yeah, baby.
You can walk over here now. Josh has been standing.
The sun went down, I think. Behind the
A
building.
cloud came, so Josh is relieved of his duties.
The building's there now. Josh was so nice. He just did the pod a second ago. He was standing in the sun so it wouldn't shine on Kevin and I so harshly, and he was like literally blocking the light for us. So we appreciate Mr. Josh Potter.
It's fantastic.
Being an
He's a
MVP.
good comic and a good, blind or whatever you want to call it.
Hey,
Set of curtains.
don't use the blinder.
Blind's a
on
bad
him.
word.
Don't use blinder on him. That's not nice, dude.
I also said, I called him a blind.
You called him a blind, the worst. You're like, we're talking poker
You know
here?
he's
We're
a
talking
B-word,
the
right?
disability.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
This is great.
Yeah, I like podcasting up here, too, because there was literally earlier when I had Pepitone on, he just had there's an ice cream truck that just went by, and we just started yelling at it together. Yeah.
I'll take a Chipawich.
Yeah.
How does I don't know if we ever really got into on your episode, and we'll do it obviously tomorrow.
Yeah. Whoa! Speak of the devil, Doug
Holy
Stanhope
shit,
is back.
Doug Stanhope.
A random drop-in.
That's gonna help with the YouTube search.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Does your wife know about your insane? Like you don't do that at home.
I don't really.
We don't speak much.
She watched me. The one that she got upset with me about was when I made the lasagna cereal.
Oh.
Do you remember that one?
I don't remember,
okay, so
but it bothers me just those words together.
I tagged them in something that I created called lasagna cereal because I always tag you guys when I drink milk with pasta and stuff like that. It's kind of a trashy thing that I do.
Yeah.
With meatloaf.
That's big on the show,
pastas.
too, is the milk with dinner is like a key question that we ask everybody.
Yes. So what I did, since I was drinking the milk with the lasagna, I go, I'm just going to, I poured it on the lasagna and I ate it with a spoon. And my wife was like, "This is making me sick. Watch it. Like
I remember
and
that.
I got so many comments that were like, "You're an animal. What
Yeah,
are you
doing?
dude? No.
Unsubscribe.
Yeah, exactly. That one freaked out a lot of people.
Will you eat like that at the house though? That's my thing. Or do you like that's
it's
like
more me on the road because I like to eat bad on the road. But like she makes us like dinners and stuff, or she at least tells me like, hey, like you should eat some vegetables and stuff like that.
I haven't had a vegetable in like 3 weeks.
Like, dude, it happens, man. Like if I was a bachelor, I think that my health would be way worse than now.
Yeah.
For sure. Guaranteed.
I'm even married and it's still bad. Like I'll just like make excuses. My wife's a fantastic cook, but I'll make excuses. I'll be like, I got the thing, so I'm gonna get pizza on the way home. You know what I mean? She's like, I made a salad for us. I'm like, yeah, no, that's for you.
Yeah, I do this thing where I do if I did something good, I'm like, let's celebrate.
Dude.
And then I do these fake celebrations where I make excuses to eat horribly.
Dude, I'm the same way. If I find a good parking spot, I'm like, celebration. I got to get pizza before I go
Dude,
home.
This is a dope spot. Dude, I'm stopping for Taco Bell right now.
Dude, I do that shit. I'm like, I only drove around for 45 minutes to find a parking spot in New York. I deserve two slices of pizza.
I saved a bunch of time. Now I got time on my hands. Let's go get some food.
I didn't have to put it in a lot. I got extra money on my hands.
That's perfect, dude.
Yeah, it's bad, man. The justification I have for eating shitty is really bad. Even down here, yesterday we were down here. Obviously, everybody's drinking, it's hanging and whatever. And I'm like, we were talking, me, Foley, and our producer Toby. We're like, let's go get a decent dinner. So we're like,
just
like
something
let's go
good
get
on
some
your stomach,
some
especially while you're
salad
out.
or something, a vegetable, like even a baked potato. And I got there and I ordered a fucking bacon, egg, and cheese burger, and I was like, I'm like, and she's like, you want a side salad or fries? I'm like, fries. She's like, sweet potato or regular? I'm like, regular. I didn't even go sweet potato. Like that's barely.
Yeah, dude, it kills me at certain comedy clubs on the weekends when I know I need certain veggies, literally for fuel.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I will start cramping up because I'm so physical on
dude,
stage.
I'm cramping up right now, literally.
I
just
cramped
from
up
walking
this morning.
around. Yeah,
I stretched my legs. And I went,
dude, I have something going on under my rib cage right now that's not good. I keep trying to stretch it out.
There's some kind of ailment that you're like, this is not right.
There's some kind of pain. I'm like, maybe 4 more Bud Lights will do it. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Maybe that'll shut my brain down.
Dude, there's vitamins in that, right? There's B12 in Bud Light.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, dude. I will sometimes order a salad. I'm like, I'll take the salad,
I
please.
know.
And it kills me, but I do it just because I literally need the fuel.
But like especially on the road too, if you're like running behind or whatever, and it's like, we're doing a lot of one-nighters, so it's like you get there, then you set up, and I'm like, I don't have time to fucking like, I only have time to eat like 2 chicken fingers and like a Diet Coke and then go on. I'm like, I don't have time to sit down with a salad or like a fucking,
I know. It's a process.
chicken breast or something. I'm like, I got to eat so I can literally go out. Yeah,
it's way too much.
Yeah.
Well, dude, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm just doing these little snippets with buddies on that I'm finding here at the fest. But
This is
I'm excited
fantastic.
to be back on AYG.
Can't wait for tomorrow, baby. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, this has been Jeremiah Wonders. I hope you guys have enjoyed this road episode on the go. Love you guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.